y'all, we got to talk about some things that's going down in New England. So there are conflicting reports saying that Bill Belichick may be gone at the end of the season. But then there's another report that came out today that said that that's false. So we actually have one of the six-time Super Bowl champion fans actually on the show today, Tony. So we're gonna go to you first. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Bill is going to be gone? Do you think he's going to stay? And to add another question, what do you think about what I said early in the season? Now that these reports are coming out,
Well, I don't think the reports are accurate, right? Now, the one thing that I know is that he won't be general manager anymore, right? That's not going to happen. I think that they are going to they're going to probably bring someone in, and I think that that's what's going to happen with that right there. Now, as far as him leaving, man, that guy got the key to the city. I don't know if they're going to let that dude go like that. It'll cause an uproar up there up in Boston, right? So I don't know if that's going to happen. Um, so that's why I say sit back and wait, because reports go out, people say a lot of things, what I'm saying, we just gotta wait. If you look at his press conference today, right, when they were asking about him, he said the same thing like he said beforehand when they would say we're on to Cincinnati. Well, he said today we're on to Kansas City, right? We're on to Kansas City. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't think he's gone this year. I think that they realized they made somebody was false money. I think somebody was false money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Mac and cheese. False money. You know what I'm saying? False arm. People that got spaghetti arms. We probably won't do that. But a lot of things going into a lot of things are going to depend on what happens with Bailey in the last 4 games. The last 4 games will tell you whether Belichick's going to be there or not.
Joe, you're on mute.
All right, so like this when the report came out, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, first of all, this is not the New England way. They don't just throw out gossip like that. You know what I mean? The only time I ever heard stuff get put out early was the Jimmy Garoppolo news. And that was the only thing, and that was a lot of Nobody never came out and said nothing. That was all like bunch of speculation. Nobody never came out and really said nothing though. But when dude came out and said what he said, I forgot his name. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take his word for it. And like I said, they reported, it's not true. So I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Now, if it is true, I think that, like Tony said, he's still a good coach. I always tell people this. I live in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm in the New England area. I'm in Boston like every single day. So I talk to Patriots fans literally every single day. I talked to a lot of Patriots fans today about the whole situation. And I always tell them before the season starts, man, I look at y'all roster and I'm like, man, there's no way they're going to make the playoffs. But some way, somehow, Bill Belichick have y'all competing in the last week for a playoff spot. Unlike this year. Sorry, not this year. So he's a good coach still, but like Tony said, the general manager duties need to be lifted from him. It has to be, because he's not doing a great job. Now, granted, you can't win with no quarterback unless you got Shanahan. But anyways, you can't win unless you got no quarterback, right? There's no diss on Brock Purdy. It's a diss on like Jimmy Garoppolo and stuff like that. But you gotta have a decent quarterback. But Bill Belichick ain't do a decent job around his quarterback either, so he has to get rid of GM duties. Now, if they were to part ways with him, I believe the best place for Bill Belichick, Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers, they have playmakers all over that defense. They just need a leader that's going to put them in the right. One thing everybody says about Bill Belichick's defense, he disguises things so well, and he try to confuse you and trick the quarterback. You see one thing, but it's something else, right? Like, he's a very clever guy on the defense side of the ball. So he'll be great with the Chargers, and they already got their franchise quarterback. You can even keep Kellen Moore because it's not like with Kellen, they were still scoring the ball with Kellen Moore. They just can't stop nobody, you know. So I think that would be a good place for them. But also, all right, now I know you said, Tony, that in Boston that they don't want Belichick to leave. I don't know about that. All right. So me being here, you do have some fans that have logical reason sense, and they like, come on, Bill Belichick is a good coach. But then you have a bunch of fans who can't stand Belichick for what he did to Tom Brady. I'm letting you know right now. They don't like Belichick for how Tom Brady left New England. All right. So a lot of people, when Tom Brady left, there were a lot of Patriots fans who had Tom Brady Buccaneer jerseys on that year. They just said, forget the Patriots, I'm rooting for Tom Brady. Now, granted, they're going to root for him because they just diehard Patriots fans, but a lot of guys here don't like Belichick. They really don't. They think he's a stubborn guy and all that stuff. So, and then the worst part about it, Tom Brady wanted to be there. It's not like he wanted to leave. He wanted to stay. And Belichick basically gave him the Jazzy Jeff treatment, you know? So I think he should go to the Chargers. Just don't go to the Commanders, all right? Because you're trying to go to the Commanders, you're going to try to be a GM. We don't want all that stuff. You want to be a coach? I'm all for that, but nah, no GM over here.
Dave, before you go, can I rebut something real quick?
I saw your face. So go ahead.
Yeah, I got to rebut something real quick. If they were wearing Tom Brady jerseys for Tampa, they weren't real fans because you're a fan of the team or you're not. All right, that's just the honest God truth. And here's my thing. Let me clear something up about the Tom Brady. Everyone's saying he never got paid. Tom Brady got paid. Everybody wanted. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's saying, oh, he never got paid. No, he got paid. Right, he got paid a lot of money in New England. So let's debunk that right now. Okay. But anyway, go ahead, Dave. My bad. I just wanted to say that.
All right. So for me, I kind of agree with both of you. I just have one. I think there's just one thing that I gotta say. So earlier this season, I think I've said it like multiple times on the show, at least twice, that I believe that Bill Belichick should be on a hot seat, because of exactly how this team has been playing this year, and then because they missed the playoffs last year. Now it's been 3 years removed since Tom Brady has gone. He's now retired now. And other than the first year when he left, he went to the playoffs. It wasn't necessarily all that good. They did get to the playoffs that year, but remember they got blown out by the Bills in that game. And then last year, even though, Joe, like you said, they were close to making it to the playoffs, they ended up missing it. And this year, they're already eliminated from playoff contention. So for me, I think that if he leaves, it validates what I said early in the season, saying that he should be on the hot seat. Because at the end of the day, New England is, before Bill Belichick got there, they were not a winning culture, if you really think about it. They did get the Super Bowl a few times, but they haven't won anything. I don't even think they have any NFL championships. So they weren't necessarily doing much as an organization to be considered one of the top echelon teams in the NFL, like in the past, like the Packers, the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Steelers, those teams that were known for winning championships. It wasn't until Bill Belichick got there along with Tom Brady, who remember it was what's the quarterback's name? I had it in my, it was Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback before, and he got hurt, and then Tom Brady came in, and the rest is history. But before that, those three Super Bowls, his first three Super Bowls, remember Tom Brady had a top 5 defense all three championships pretty much. So Bill Belichick is a great coach. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve an opportunity somewhere. My whole point is maybe it's time for a new voice in New England. Maybe it's time to go to another route. Simply because look at what he's done since Brady is gone. Not just losing, but look at what he's done around his team. GM duties, yes, I get that, but also coaching. You did not put your quarterbacks in position to win. Like that game earlier this year when they were losing the game with Mac Jones and the quarterback. Even though you had no chance to win, you go and put Bailey Zappi in the game to see if he could help you come and win, and it didn't end well. It was a bad game from both quarterbacks. Last year, as the head coach, instead of going to get him an offensive coordinator, you went and had Joe Brady and
Joe Brady, Joe
the
Judge.
other guy. I mean, Joe, you know who's Joe Judge.
You
Joe
wish
Judge,
it was Joe Brady.
yeah, and the other guy as your offensive coordinator, and they've never called offensive calls in their life. So you didn't help your quarterback out there.
Where Joe Judge called a quarterback sneak on 4th and 10. But go ahead.
Yeah,
With Daniel
and then you look at the talent that you've put around your quarterback. It's not much. Juju Smith-Schuster, yes, he had a good season last year with Patrick Mahomes, but we all know he's not what he was when he was in New England because he had Antonio Brown there. He's not that kind of receiver. The other is Devontae Parker is not what he was when he was in Miami. He's not that receiver. Hunter Henry also has had opportunities to be good, but it's been up and down. No matter what you do around this team, it has not been successful. So I think that if they were to move on, I don't blame them for moving on because you need a new voice. Your team needs to improve somehow. So go do what you got to do. Now you want to think about other head coaches to put in that system or to put in that team. I think I talked to Tony last night about this before we even before we was on the show.
I know you're gonna name first.
Who?
Harbaugh.
Yes, I did mention Jim Harbaugh. I mentioned Jim Harbaugh. But the reason why
absolutely not.
When I talked to Tony, the reason why we both agree that it might not work out is because Jim Harbaugh just comes with too much. He comes with too much stuff. You got the cheating scandals already going on in Michigan. And then remember when he left San Francisco, the ownership and him didn't agree because there was a lot of friction going on. He pretty much was calling him a little boy and stuff like that. And that's not what you do in New England. Robert Kraft ain't going for that. Let's just be honest about it. That's just not what he's going to do. Bill Belichick is a guy that he's hard nosed at what he does, and he's very old school, but he's not going to disrespect the owner. You know, Jim Harbaugh does not care. He's shown multiple times that he'll disrespect the owner. So, I believe he named another coach to put in there, Bill O'Brien. He said, but he would be fine if Bill O'Brien would, be promoted to be promoted to head coach. But one person he does not want there for sure is Josh McDaniels.
Heck no. I do like the Titans coach though.
Well, see, Bill O'Brien would be the better pick, right? He's been a head coach before in the NFL, all right? He's very much like him with no nonsense as Belichick has, so that won't leave, right? But I think he's learned, after being that type of coach in Houston, that he can't be exactly like he was, right? You even see on the sidelines, because I'm telling you, there were plenty of times when he should have cursed Mac Jones out. But you saw him on the sidelines, and he was just like trying to go coach him through it and trying to get him through it. Back in the day, he would have got cursed out, and he'd have got pulled a long time ago. So yeah.
Mac Jones.
I just think that. You said what?
I think Mac Jones' confidence. He's not as bad as he's looking right now.
Yes,
he don't have He don't have the confidence. Now I was done after the Germany game. After that game, I was done. I'm not gonna lie. He was terrible. But he don't
what's
look
funny is after the Germany game is when these reports said that's when they made the decision to let go of Bill Belichick after the season.
And I think it's because they are playing on a global platform, and you want to look good. This is an opportunity for you to gain more fans and all that stuff. More fans come with more people buying your merch, right? So, and y'all lost on a sorry way too. I thought the Patriots had 6 Super Bowls. Nah, then somebody that actually know NFL gonna be like, oh, that was when Tom Brady. Oh, what's the team that beat them? Oh, I'm gonna root for them instead. So he pissed off about that. But before you go, Tony, I will say this: if there was a coach that what they were to get, I think it's Mike Vrabel. But I think the shotgun for Tennessee. But I think the best case scenario is keeping him because everybody keeps saying Brady this, Brady that. I mean, the first 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, I'm gonna get more of that to Belichick, and people keep realizing that was Belichick's second year coaching there when they won a Super Bowl. So come on now, and that defense was top notch, So Brady helped because he allowed Belichick to coach him the way he is, because Belichick the type of coach I don't care I don't care who you are. I don't care you Caleb Williams, or I don't care you Mr. Irrelevant. I'm gonna treat you like the same. I'm gonna treat you the same. I don't care who you are. So Brady allowed him to do that because he was Mr. Irrelevant basically. So
Yep.
I mean, yeah. If Brady was number one pick, maybe he won't have this big old ego like he does.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you know, Charlie White's made his career. Everybody, no one understands that he made his career. So you know, everybody keep thinking that he was just the reason why. So here's what happened when he got there to New England. Bledsoe was there, but Brady spent the most time with Charlie Weiss when he was running the offense. So that's why when he came in to run the offense after Brady got hurt, it looked different because he had studied it so much. And then the following year, it looked better. Now, Weiss left and went to Notre Dame, but I'm just saying.
And that's pretty much what our thoughts are on New England. If you have other thoughts, then you know you're free to comment. And people that are in the chats, let us know what you think about this. But this is a topic that needed to be talked about. Now,